Hi, Damon here from Super Genius Tattoo in Seattle with another bite-sized Procreate morsel for you. What I'm going to be going through here is basically selections and transformations. This is in the transformation tool. You can see at the bottom there's distort, warp. We're warping right now. It's going pretty quick because this thing took way too long if I didn't go quick. But you can kind of see what I'm getting by what I'm clicking on here. That little U-turn button goes back a step each time you tap it. Liquefy in the magic wand thing pushes stuff around, which is useful if you're trying to fit something into a space that doesn't quite fit into, or if you're warping something to make it more new school or to whack it out, as we used to say in the 90s. Anyway, that's how that works. And now I'm gonna make another layer, and here we're going through some other aspects of the selection tool. Selecting by shapes. Oops, that was a boo-boo. Okay, selecting by shapes. This time selecting in the layer that I want to actually cut out of. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cut that out, paste it. It comes down into another layer where it can be moved around. See the other layer right there. And that can be useful at times when you drew a bunch of flowers, but you want to separate them into separate layers for coloring purposes or for design purposes. You can do that. Sometimes it helps you when the flower arrangement isn't quite right. What we're doing now is we're using the automatic select tool. This is the key to dropping colors to get a quick color comp going of a drawing, or simply to lay in the base colors you can come in and shade and add detail to over the top. Going through, what I'm trying to do here is pick inside petals, so they can be one color and the outside petals can be another. Here I am playing a little bit with the palette tool, so you can get an idea for the fact that the palette tool can be moved from the corner into the center of the page. And you just drag and drop the color in. Here we're selecting again. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Doon, 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 doon. Doon, 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 doon. And zoom in, get that little guy there. And now we can drag a different color in. You just drag it from the corner, place it in. A slider shows up at the top of the screen that allows you, when sliding the pen back and forth on the paper, to control the percentage of which you saturate the filled area. You'll notice too the checkered background in some of those layers. That is where I have tapped on the layer and selected Alpha Lock. Alpha Lock locks in the it's like making the layer, it's like masking it, so you can't color outside of what you've already colored in that layer, which comes in really handy. And that tool is one of the big reasons why I use this process to block in colors, because then later I can come through in, whoops, made a little mistake there, and I can come through and color with tools that would normally overflow, and they stay strictly within the areas that have been colored already in that layer. That might have sounded kind of confusing, but trust me, give Alpha Lock a try. I think you'll like it. See, there I am sliding back and forth to get the right percentage so that my selection doesn't flood over into the areas I don't intend to select. And boom, drag the color, drop it, and Alpha Lock it. Now with all this done, I can start actually doing a little bit of, whoops, a little fine tuning there. Left out a little teeny part. You might have noticed me there clicking on the box in between the two sliders on the left-hand side. When you tap on that box and a little circle pops up, you can place that circle anywhere on screen to select the color that the circle encompasses. That goes into your upper right-hand corner for drag and dropping. Here's me playing with some other fun features that I won't bother getting into in this particular demo, but we will circle back to that in future demos. And here we are, just using the airbrush tool to create some quick and simple effects, just to show an idea of just how quickly you can like get some kind of dimension and some interest, some color and visual interest into your piece here. This whole thing in real time took about 30 minutes to color in. At some point, I may use some of that footage at real time in a demo or a seminar of some other kind. But here we are, just coloring in. And you see that it's not overflowing outside of its intended area. That is because of the alpha lock that I talked about before. Come back in, drop a little bit of hazy, shady background, just so that it doesn't look like a total sticker. And bing, bang, boom, and voila. Here we go with just showing off the way I have my brushes arranged here in this particular palette. You can arrange those however you want. The same as a lot of things. Press and drag. Here I am just using a smaller airbrush tool to throw in some quick little highlights, just to create some little last minute pop. Just here and there, a few. Maybe a little extra something to that upper rose. It's looking pretty dull over there. Maybe not like there, more like that. Find a bright color. Do something weird to the edge of it. There we go. Ta-da. If you like any of this content, this is my YouTube channel. Feel free to click the like and subscribe button. And if you don't like it, by all means, do not click on that. Thank you.